Hey guys, it's me RubiksSolver25 and here is yet another solo vlog, but grand thing is another couple of weeks away and eventually me and Pykey312 will be on our Christmas break and we'll have a lot more time to make proper full-on videos. Now, besides that, technically yes, during this full week I will have about a week off. I will be using that time to work on a server-side project and operating system fundamental exam. But you know what? Leaving them to the side for the while, it's it's going to feel a little like I finally get a chance to have a break, which is great. Of course, today is of course on Monday as of recording. When this comes out, it may be Tuesday, so the following day. But either or, hey, still a bit of an update. So, grand thing is, after today, I have finally 2 out of my 6 modules completed. The first was on databases, which was the Thursday prior to recording this, and it was based in a multiple choice question, which is of course theory about databases and what's the result of this SQL query as it goes by. But regardless, that's going on about technical stuff if you like that, which hey, grand up. Not bad. Anyways, and then of course today we got this presentation done in requirements engineering, which is grand. Finally got that damn thing done. So let's hope for the best and then I pass the module as I do not want to do it again. But anyways, so we have 4 more to go for myself, which is of course programming, discrete maths, OS fundamentals and server-side programming. And yeah, I'm looking forward to all that being over. Of course, that's not saying I'm looking forward to getting all this stuff out of the way. There's some of the stuff which is like the programming side of it and the idea of server side. That stuff I actually like, but at the moment it has really felt like a bit of a somewhat stressful time. But yeah, at least the grand thing is, hey, we're managing to get things out of the way. But a small bit of a whole thing about the requirements being today, aka Monday, is actually interesting because technically we were supposed to start on Wednesday, which was actually we were supposed to do it in 2 days time, but however, in the requirements lab last week, a team member of ours said, "Mate, I'm going to Portugal that day." He's in Portugal that day, and we're like, "Oh, but seriously?" So we asked him, "Are you going to be in all next week?" And he said, "Probably I'll be on Monday," which was of course today. So I said, "Okay, look, just tell the lecturer that, and hopefully we can get everything sorted." And she was okay. She said, "Yep, just come in 10:30 on Monday, and I'll sort it out." So we did. And however, she was in the middle of a class at the time, and I was like, well, it was more in the middle of a lab with other people doing presentations. And she said, "Look, can you come back in about 15 minutes?" And we're like, "God damn it, you told us to come in at this time and now you're telling us to wait until this is done. Fucking hell." But anyways, however, then the other team member, the one who is going to be going to Portugal for the week, he said, "I need to get my demo for programming shown to the lecturer because he hadn't it shown yet, whereas me and another guy on the team have, just because we got the programming done, so why the hell not show the demo that day?" So my the member of the team at the time, he emailed the lecturer because the lecturer emailed him and said, "Hey, okay, can I meet up here and show you the demo?" He did just that, and it was after doing that, a small little while later, eventually the lecturer came by and said, "Hey, are you all ready?" I said, "Yep, we are," and eventually got all that sorted. So we were trying to go in for 10:30, and it took over half an hour for it eventually all to happen, and eventually about 11:45, well, about somewhere between 12:30 and 11:45, no, that's, what am I saying, 11:30 and 11:45, oops, that eventually we finished up, and I got the bus home, grand job, and funnily enough, an interesting thing from what happened today is going from the college into town, because I have to go to college town, then to my, suburb, Douglas, there's a bus route, 205. Now usually it takes maybe about 20 to 25, if not 30 minutes. Today, surprisingly, about 15 to 20 minutes. So it was really quick, and very nice. Awesome job, 205. and then 2:06 back home after that. But regardless, that was today. Kind of tried to just was dying to get the presentation out of the way. Got it done. Woo! So now it won't be for another week and 3 days. Yeah, week and 3 days. So 10 days time is when the programming exam is going to be on from 5:30 until freaking 7:30. Jesus, like I mean that's going to be a good while. We're having to stay in longer than even the scheduled classes would finish. But you know, hey, apparently that's life. So then after that, 2 days later, on of course Saturday morning, I mentioned this sort of exam schedule a couple of times, but yeah, it's 10 o'clock in the morning on frickin' Saturday, so I have to get to CIT before frickin' 10 o'clock on a Saturday. Wow, just to do maths, and eventually 10 o'clock Wednesday, the following day, or the next Wednesday at 10 o'clock, we have our OS Fundamentals exam. That one I'm going to have to do the most study for, because to be honest, the other two I don't feel as bad from my perspective. OS Fundamentals, it seems a bit more, and it does tend to repeat how the questions are asked every year, so it does make it a bit easier to understand what do we need to look up to in order to actually answer these questions, pretty much. And the day beforehand, which is going to be the 20th of December, is when our other project is going to have to be doing the server-side stuff, so yeah. And it does feel like there's still a bit of work, of course, because there's going to be mainly server-side stuff, OS Fundamentals, and then within a couple of days prior, so I'll be starting next week, of just, just covering questions really for the programming and discrete maths exams. Excuse me. To know what comes up in that and to be able to prepare. Jeez, macaroni. But anyways, so that's what's going on in the next couple of weeks. I don't really know exactly what's going on with Pykey312 or with Halo Ringer or with Victor Alfara. But of course, things are going pretty grand. Of course, we've managed to message and chat away online with the other two, with Halo Ringer and Victor Alfara. Can't wait to catch up with them in the future, because of social media and all that. But yeah, things are going grand, and as you guys may know, is that Pykey312 is going to be doing his very best to travel to America for a few days to hang out with Halo Ringer, and I'm hoping that, as I may have mentioned this, I'm hoping that he'll lend me the Xbox One for that time, and it would be grand out, and I'd be happy out, if Victor Alfara just so happened to also, be around in Douglas during these few days that Pykey312 is gone, because then it could be me and Victor Alfara on the console here, and Halo Ringer and Pykey312 on the console over in America, so then we can do sort of online with all four of us, and that would be cool. So that's something hopefully to look forward to if it ever does happen. Otherwise, it'll just be Halo Ringer and Pykey312 on Halo Ringer's Xbox One S, and the Xbox One over here, which would be me, and I may have to use Pykey312's Xbox Live, but hopefully, as he mentioned, it may stay signed in throughout the time, so let's hope for the best. And hey, if he does need to lend me his password, then he can get back and change it, and so now I will not have a clue what it is. But yeah, definitely looking forward to the Christmas break. It's really felt like a very, somehow it manages to feel stressful because of the fact that it's again trying to sort out the videos, trying to sort out college and assessments and assignment, and the fact that I just can't help but procrastinate during this time. So it really puffs the air out of you. But regardless, that's what's been going on with things anyways. Finally, as I mentioned, on a good few days of a break, of which I'll be using that to work on a server-side project, and of course study for OS Fundamentals, which people are like, study? Ugh, that's stupid, you don't need to do that. Well, honestly, I would like to at least do somewhat well in operating systems, and I'm going to have to. Plus, a lot of people give a bad rap for hard work in school, but hey, that's, school has a lot, the structure behind school is absolute, pretty much bollocks. And I don't blame a lot of people for not liking school and therefore not having the motivation to put a lot of work into it. Maybe potentially I might make a video on that in the future. But hey, you never know. it'll be an interesting topic for sure. But regardless, I'd say I'll probably leave that here. Definitely hoping to catch up with the other guys at some point and really get to see what's been going on with Halo Ring and Virtual Fana in recently enough. But other than that, yep, this is from me, RubiksSolver25, and I'll see you out there, recruits.